All right, we'll kick it off first with Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Brad, I've got a couple things. Patrick, I asked Andy this, but early in the season we were talking a lot about the shells that you guys were seeing, and I realized that there's other defenses you're seeing as well, but a lot of shell on last Sunday. Probably a few things here, but what do you attribute your guys' success to late in the season against that type of defense?
Yeah, I mean, first off, just seeing it a lot, you kind of figure out answers and stuff that you can do to combat and have more success. And then I think just finding that happy median where you're taking shots still and attacking, but at the same time hitting the guys underneath, and guys are creating a lot of yards when they get the football in their hands, like the running backs, tight ends, and receivers. So just getting the ball out of my hands, getting it to those guys, and letting them make plays.
And then I wondered how it came about that obviously you participated in the Madden documentary that was last week, and I just wonder if you could tell us how that came about.
Yeah, I was shooting the cover shoot thing that I did with Tom, and they asked me if I would want to participate, and I said 1,000%. I mean, the impact that John Madden made on not only the NFL but me and a lot of the players here in this league is tremendous, and I wanted to show my respect because I mean, such a great person and a great leader in the game of football.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Patrick. Byron Pringle was saying after the game that you were kind of in his ear and maybe some of the other guys last week. Hey, this could be your big opportunity if Kelsey and Tyreek don't play. So now that those guys are back, what's your message to those other receivers this week now that everybody's back?
Yeah, I think the guys know that. I mean, any game could be anybody's week. Obviously, we have Tyreek and Trav, and they get a bulk of the workload kind of throughout the week and stuff like that. But guys step up and make plays every single week that change the outcome of the football game, and they know that, and they come in with that mentality at practice. And so I just tell them to keep doing what they've been doing, keep having great practices, stacking great days, and when their number's called, be ready.
Next to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Patrick, how are you doing? Two questions for you. One, just your initial impressions on Joe Burrow as you're about to face him. I know you're not facing him defensively, but just your initial impressions on, because you said after the game, I think he threw for 1,000 yards in the game. And then also, I want to ask you about just Madden in the video game, for your generation, kind of what that meant to you, how much you learned about the game of football from playing that game, and then to meet the guy, or not to play the game, and then to know all about John Madden, what that meant to you.
Yeah, to your first question with Joe, I mean, not only is he a great football player, I think he's a great leader. He has that special knack where he can lead anybody, and no matter where he's at, he can go out there with that swag, that mentality of I'm going to win no matter what. And it takes a lot of experience, and it takes a lot of just going out there and doing it for people to believe that. And so he has that as well as the physical talent to go out there and make a lot of stuff happen. And then as far as John Madden, I mean, obviously made a huge impact for me. I mean, playing the video game, kind of learning football by playing that video game growing up. A lot of memories from when my dad was beating me when he had Randy Moss and the Vikings, and making me cry in the back game room and stuff like that. But to get to meet him and hear and talk with him with Coach Reed, and he was still watching film till his final days. I mean, he was still watching our film, getting a feel for what we're doing and giving insight. And I mean, that's just the type of guy that he is he truly loved the game of football and loved the people that the NFL had really that were in the NFL. And I mean, he's truly a special person.
Let's go next to Vahe. Go ahead, Vahe.
Hey, Patrick, this is probably hard to answer in some ways, but if you were trying to tell a friend how you guys went from 3-4 to winning 8 in a row, what are the first things that come to mind besides just grinding?
Yeah, I think it was just staying with the process. I mean, that was the biggest thing. I mean, no one held their head down. We knew that there was a lot of season left, and everything that we wanted was out in front of us. And so the guys came in with the right mentality every single day to get better. And we're sitting where we're at now, but the job's not finished. I mean, we still have to try to find a way to get this number 1 seed, playing 2 great football teams these next 2 weeks, and then try to make a run in the playoffs. So we understand that it's not done yet. It's been great these last few weeks, but we still have a long ways to go.
Got 2 more. We'll go James and then Pete. Go ahead, James.
Hey, Patrick, with that said, I'm kind of curious where this patience comes from that you have, because you kept telling us throughout the weeks that you were just going to go through the process and you guys were going to stick with it. You wanted to play the best football by the end of the year. And it seems like that corner's been a bit turned. Where do you do you have this patience in all aspects of your life? You're a new dad. Do you have it, do you have it there? Where does this patience come from to stick with something?
Yeah, I think it just comes with maturity and experiences. If I was younger, a little bit younger in my career, I might have been trying to force the issue and try to make a lot of big plays happen. But just from learning from those experiences, when I've been trying to press too much or whatever it is, I've learned that just trusting my teammates, trusting the coaching staff, the plays that are getting called, get the ball in my hands and let guys make plays. At the end of the day, it's all about winning. And I thought we've done a great job of that these last few weeks of just finding ways to win football games, if it's offense, defense, special teams, whatever it is. And I think that's what you need whenever you have a great football team. And we'll try to keep that thing rolling.
We'll go last to Pete Sweeney. Good, Pete.
Hey, Patrick, my question is on Travis Kelce. You haven't played a lot of ball without Kelce, and you had to do so last week. What was that experience like? And then if you could just describe how his mood was finally being able to get back to the room and get back to work.
Yeah, I mean, he was excited. He was annoyed that he couldn't be back in the building. I mean, even the day after when we came back and we really have an off day, but the guys coming to watch film and he couldn't be in the building. He was still annoyed about it. I mean, he loves this game and he loves being out there with the guys and being able to play. So it crushed him not being able to play with us. I mean, I thought the guys stepped up. I thought the tight ends did a great job blocking and catching the football. I thought guys like Pringle, McCole, Tyreek even got out there. And I mean, he was just off the COVID list. So he was exhausted out there just trying to do what he could to contribute. I mean, it was a total team effort. Offensive line did a great job giving me time in the pocket. We went out there and found a way to get a win. And that's all that matters at the end of the day.